In one of your lectures, you mentioned that P equals NP is philosophically about the fundamental limits of human knowledge. What is P equals NP and how does it relate to human knowledge?
Well, in the simplest way, and I will talk at a high level, uh, we are interested in various problems in life, in all sorts of problems, mathematical problems, scientific problems, medical problems, personal problems, intellectual problems. We are in the business in computer science of solving problems by computers. Now, we would like to somehow classify those problems that we can solve, right? To know what we can know. Well, the problems we can solve are the things we will know, we will understand. So there are all these problems that we want to understand. There are many of them. And there are the problems that we can understand, can solve. Okay? In a very basic way, the first class is NP. All the problems we want to solve are really NP problems. So it's a class of problems. A subset of it is the problems we can solve. There are the problems we can currently solve, but we are interested in all the problems we can solve in principle, we can ever really solve. So the question of P versus NP is whether we can solve all the problems we really want to solve, whether we can know everything we want to know. This is basically about the limits of our knowledge. Of course, I have to justify why these classes, which are mathematically defined, actually are captured by this intuitive meanings I'm giving them. P is very easy to justify. What we can solve is what we can, solve in our lifetime using whatever we have. Let's say all computers that we have using efficient algorithms. So problems we can solve are problems you see in our apps in our phones, right? If there's a navigation app, it means somebody invented an algorithm that's efficient enough to solve any, shortest path problem between any two places in any kind of map. Okay. Well, all the problems we want to solve are NP problems. What is NP? NP is a class of problems, the mathematical definition, are problems so that, whether they are easy or hard to solve, we don't know. But if somebody hands us a solution, then we can easily check that indeed it is a good solution. Now, why are all problems humanity is interested in of this nature? You can think there's no limit to what we may want to know. But I claim that essentially in any human endeavor, if you are embarking on any problem, if you really seriously want to solve a problem, the least you want to know is that when you hit upon a solution, you'll recognize it as a solution. I mean, why would you ever start on looking for something if you will never recognize it as what you looked for? So you think mathematicians are looking for proofs of theorems? Certainly if somebody gives a proof, wrote a paper about it, we can verify. If a scientist wants to explain data, about the planets or about, bacteria or whatever, want to develop a theory, so that's what you are searching for in this case. And scientists write papers about their theories, they have to be consistent with the data. We have a way of recognizing that this is a good solution. Engineers, are usually tasked with creating something, bridge or phone or, something, under some constraints. It can be monetary constraints, physical constraints, all sorts of, you can use this but not this, and so on. But anyway, if an engineer designs something, whoever gave them the task can look at it and say, well, you violated some constraints, or no, it's good. You really delivered what we were looking for. So I'm giving you examples. I mean, I can give many more. Detectives are supposed to solve crimes, and we know from detective books, they eventually provide. So These are examples of very fundamental human endeavors that are, encompass almost everything I can think of. In all of them, what people are searching for have the property that when a solution is found, it is easily recognized. So, repeating the beginning, NP are all problems that we can honestly say we really want to solve, and P are those that we can solve. Whether they are equal, if they are equal, then everything we would want to know, cure for cancer, anything you imagine, can be, just the very fact that a solution can be easily recognized would imply that it can be efficiently found. That means that we can know everything we ever want to know. It's a fundamental question about human knowledge.